What is up, guys? This is Mudvang bringing you another video. This video, man, I want to throw out to my Division fans. I know I haven't been doing a whole lot with Division of late, with Wildlands and then the Pro League, with Ghost Wars, PvP. I have not had the time to dedicate to this. I tried to jump on during the GEs and get some of my gear sets so I could do some videos for you guys, but unfortunately, I just have not had the time to get my full 6-piece Nomad, my Banshee, my Tacticians. I just don't have the time to grind out for those pieces, and now that the GE is passed, it's even more difficult. But anyways, guys, I just want to get into this build real fast. We're not going to make a long video out of this because it doesn't have a whole lot of history. This is what I've been running though for the last probably week, maybe 2 weeks when I get on and goof off. I've had a lot of fun with it. I still need some better pieces. Y'all can see my stats. They're not that pretty. They're not bad. They're not that bad either. But let's get straight into it. Obviously, as always, I always run skill haste. You could put exotic resilience, damage resilience, and stuff like that on here. I don't know. I just feel like skill haste is probably the best one. And honestly, I wish I had one that had health on kill, since I'm running Nomad. So that may be a thought for some of you guys out there, to run health on kill, and that may be futuristically something that I look at doing as well, because I'm not really counting on my skills as much to keep me alive. I'm counting on my gear set, right? All right, so I got firearms, ammo capacity, obviously the best thing you can get there. Into the mask, I chose critical hit chance. You could go skill power, but I feel like with this kind of build, your skill power is just garbage anyways. I do damage to elites because I do a lot of PVE as well. If you wanted to do, burn resist or one of the resistances, go ahead. This is firearms as well. Obviously, could be way better armor. My knee pad, as you can see, I did do bleed resist. I believe that's one of the top things you should have in your minor attributes. Damage to elites is an absolute must if you're PvE at all. I went with health on the main stat here and health on the major attribute as well. You could change that again to damage, exotic damage, or whatever you wanted, but I just felt like the health, my toughness was kind of low, so I wanted to keep it above the 430 mark. That's usually my go-to, is 400 to 440, 450, somewhere in there seems to be pretty effective. Moving right along, I went with critical hit chance again. Once again, if you wanted to base your build more off of skills and maybe add a little more skill power, you could go with your skill haste here instead, and I do have that on other type builds, but I've ran it both ways, and I feel like the critical hit chance really helps with my DPS, since I'm lacking a little bit, especially against some of the better builds like your Nomad or your Striker builds. Alright, and let's see, my gloves, I have SMG damage, critical hit damage, and health on kill, and firearms. Like I said, unfortunately there's some builds obviously that are probably going to be a lot stronger than this one, but I felt like with the health on kill that really gave me an advantage. Now granted, this is not maxed at all, and health on kill instead of critical hit chance. That's why I went with SMG damage rather than assault rifle damage, because I felt like if I didn't, I would need to have critical hit chance there as well for my assault rifles class. So I have moved on to that, from that to do health on kill, just because I needed to roll my I think it was on electronics, I think, and I needed a firearms, so I had to do it somewhere, and this is where I had to do it. Unfortunately, my other ones were already rolled, so this is where we sit. Once again, this is the bike bag. I think I've shown it in different in other builds as well. This one is not fully mitigated. Unfortunately, this one is, but it doesn't have the ammo. That disrupt resistance means nothing to me, but the ammo is nice, so it's not bad. The armor's not that far off, so it's not too rough, but I will eventually hopefully get that fully maxed. As you can see, I am running all classified gears. Obviously, I have a 4-piece with a Ninjabike bag on Nomad, 3-piece with Banshee for that out of cover damage, Let's move into the weapons real fast. Let's go back into that. The house, I have decent damage with it, critical hit chance. It is almost maxed. I think I got like one more roll left and then it'll be completely maxed. I have deadly and competent, which is not active, I know. I wish it was responsive instead at this point, but that's where we are. And then obviously the card counter, and everybody knows and has an idea as to what that is. If you don't, leave me pop a question in the freaking comments down there and I'll try to get back to you. I'm also running an AUG since I don't have two houses, and if I did, it probably wouldn't be set up the way I wanted anyways. This one is a decently maxed AUG as well. I've always been a fan of the AUG anyways. I'm running destructive, responsive, and predatory primarily as my secondary. Obviously, my goal here is to PvP with this weapon and PvE with this weapon. I haven't had a chance to really test this out in the dark zone because I really don't play often enough. But I figured I'd bust this out and throw it out for you guys to check out if it's something y'all want to try. I really think it works well. Obviously, you can see my DPS, and that's without competent. I can only imagine what, if I could get it set up right and get like responsive on there, because as you can see, responsive would be unlocked. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a big enough trade-off there to go with responsive over deadly. So I right now I'm on deadly, and it seems to be working really well. The damage is pretty good. If y'all want to see a character stat, I'll go through it real quick. That puts me on my house at 40% critical hit chance. I don't know. This is the AUG. Hold on. This is the AUG. Let's go to the house. I think it's like a little bit lower. Or a little bit higher. 40.5. Critical hit damage is 113. Headshot damage. You guys can slow it down if y'all want. Go from there. There's the 11%. I mean, you can see there's a lot of places for better damages and better outputs than what I have in this build. I have skill haste at 16%, which really isn't enough to even really matter. I think 10 is enough. Hell, one roll, but I have a lot of mods with it, so that's one thing I didn't go over was mods. We'll finish going through this. All right, let me go through, and I'll show you the mods real quick. I'm doing stamina, and skill haste. There's a firearms crit hit chance. I don't have any more of those, so unfortunately I'm stuck with those. There's a stamina mod with crit chance. And I just have a stupid pulse on here. I don't know why that's on there. That's not supposed to be there. It should be healing speed. I'm running healing speed on my performance mods because I'm running a... let's see. Because I'm running a box with a booster, so it's nice when I throw that down and you get that extra 20%, give or take, of healing speed. So that's not bad, especially since I'm comboing a lot of healing right here. I'm comboing my predatory, which is huge. If you guys haven't ran it, try it in PvE for sure. It works very well. Between that, standing in my box, plus the natural 3 the 3-set bonus here with the extra health, even during combat, the regen is pretty strong. Really, it really is. It's pretty strong. And I mean, you could probably even run like Predator on here instead and run 3-piece Predator, and you'd probably get about the same damage, give or take, output, but you'd get that 100% increased speed. So that might be something to look at too if you guys are interested in that. But anyways, I'm going to end this video. Let me go ahead and show you my abilities. I'm running the booster shot, obviously, because I have no heal power whatsoever. Doesn't matter. I'm using the med box primarily. You could change that out for pulse if you wanted, especially running solo. Running that freaking scrambler is nice. You can get in and out of places without people even knowing you're there. I run critical save, strike back, precision, and on the move. If you wanted to run pulse, you could take precision off and run one is none, or if you're running in a team, combat medic, or triage, or anything like that. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that, and I'm gonna try to throw some footage at the end of this. It'll probably be just PvE content because, unfortunately, like I said, I have not had a lot of time. So we'll see y'all on the next video. I appreciate all the support you've given me over the last year or two, we really built our channel a lot better than what it was, and I hope it continues. We will catch you guys in the next one.
Warning, nearby agent has gone rogue.
You got you, Zach. Shut up.
We're exiting the safe area.
Agent, you need to hear this. Faye tells me the cleaners are holding the entire tent city prisoner. That's what it looks like, and it fits the cleaner MO. If you wanted to eradicate every last vestige of detectable virus, where would you go? Wherever the biggest concentrations are. Refugee camps, shantytowns. Just the same. Draconian solution. Highly effective. Sure, if you're a genocidal maniac. You ever wonder if we even deserve to survive this thing? Every day, Doctor. Every day. Good luck, Agent. Walking into the teeth of it now. Don't forget what I said about keeping any infected refugees alive. I mean, obviously you're gonna try and keep them all alive, but I need those virus samples, and I really need viable antibody samples from survivors. So keep them extra alive, I guess. You know what I'm saying. I'm going back to work now. Candle out.
of explosives detected.
Confirmed. The snake won't be alright. With that much capacity, they must be planning to burn out the whole damn yard. And when they do, they're gonna kill every last refugee in that tank. We need that tank moved somewhere safe. Okay, Agent. As soon as you lock the situation down, I'm gonna point Sarah JTF strike force ready to move in. They'll take samples from as many refugees as they can find. Medical personnel? A couple of EMTs in the mix, Doctor? Yes. A couple? As in only 2? The rest are first aid certified. They know how to tap a vein. Get going, Agent. Without contaminating the samples, I assume. Or infecting themselves, yes. I'll take your word for it. Thank you, Doctor. Get moving, Agent. Agent, if you can find the crane controls, drop that tank someplace safe. That should do it, Agent. Solid work. Yes, good work. Now, sample team, listen up. Like I was saying, I'm gonna need those blood samples labeled and organized so we can track corroborating factors. Let's move this